Where's the promo?
No promo. No promotion.
My screen's black, Daniel. What's going on?
Come on, Daniel.
Oh, there we are. Look at that. Yeah, we got that delay over here on our end. What is up,
Look how
everybody?
good you look on screen, dude.
Yeah, I know, right? Look at that. Am I on vacation or what? What's up with this shirt?
Dude, I almost wore one like that
today. What's up, everybody?
I almost wore a flower print today. We would have been twinners.
Oh, I know, right?
And it was going to be short sleeve too. So, but hey, we're good. I went solids. We should probably coordinate.
Could you imagine that?
Just in case, like
same outfit.
Like, hey, what are you wearing?
Wear my Halloween costume next time.
When we do the live events, that's what me and George always do because he dresses like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's taking on
taking on your style?
My style. And so, because all he had was suit and tie before. So he's taking on my style. And so he's always like, hey, what are you wearing? What are you wearing?
Oh, so he can wear the same thing?
We have something so he cannot wear the same things we at the live events.
What's up, guys? Fernando Petty here with ESS, Everest Coaching. And I am here with Alma Merrill. Alma, how you doing, bro?
Oh, man. Dude, craziest day today. I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you, live audience. Craziest day today. I had this call, and this lady that we helped them sell their house, and they were moving, and I get this call from the other agent, and she's like, "Hey, your client's not out yet." I'm like, "Wait, what?" She's like, "Yeah, they're not even close to being out. They got like truckloads left." I'm all, "No, they're going to be out at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning." And she goes, "No, there's no way." She's like,
wow.
"There's no way unless they work all night with a group of like 20 people. They're not out in the morning." I'm like, "Are you kidding?" And she goes, "No, I drove by and I checked it out." I'm like, holy crap. So I drove by there. Everything's closed down. It's dark in the house. The truck's in the driveway. I'm thinking, all right, maybe she doesn't, maybe she doesn't.
No,
it's not true. You know, I don't know. I don't know. So then I hit up the client and I'm like, "Hey, do you guys need help getting stuff out?" And she's like, "Yeah, big time." Like, no. She just said, my client just says, "Yeah." And I'm like, okay. So I get a crew. We get this crew over there this morning.
This morning? Oh,
Dude,
wow.
We loaded a 26-foot truck this morning.
Wow.
Like,
what time did you start?
With yours truly. And I've never done this before in my entire career. And just for the record, I don't recommend doing this, but they are 2 days past what they thought they were going to be out. And today is their last day to be able to get out.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be out by today at like 5 p.m. or something like that. There was no way this was happening.
Wow.
So we got a whole crew of people, and that other agent, bless her freaking soul, like
she helped out,
paid
too.
a bunch of money and came over and like helped coordinate it. And
wow.
We're like, because her clients need to get in and my clients need to get out, and they were unable to get all the resources they needed to move out, and they just kind of neglected to tell us.
Procrastinators. Procrastinators.
So, like,
jeez.
Love them to death. They just didn't have the right resources. So we freaking hooked it up over there, and both agents came together and made the magic happen, and they'll be out of there today. So
nice.
Yeah.
So the agent found out from like the final walkthrough or what?
Yeah, well, yeah, they did the final walkthrough, and then they're like, "There's no way they're going to be out by tomorrow. Like, we just did our final walkthrough, and we're like signing today, and there's just no way." And I'm like, "No, they'll be out. They said they're going to have a whole group of people." So what ended up happening is the husband hires like 6 guys. They come over, and the wife's like, no, we're not paying that much. It's $40 an hour per head, you know.
Oh, wow.
They're like, no, we're not paying that much. Like, go away. So all the guys leave.
Oh my God.
And the husband's
no
like, "No, we
plan.
need it. We need no contingency plan, dude."
The joys of real estate.
Yeah, so we made it happen today. It was
well today. Hopefully, we're gonna get some traction today, because I know that we've been on Real Estate Mastermind trying to promote this thing, which is kind of difficult on there because they don't really let you advertise or put any links or anything.
Yeah, it's been hard. It's been interesting just trying to find the right resources to help people out. You know, for a free service, of course. It's beneficial to us because we get viewership for our coaching stuff, and eventually want to convert people into coaching. But the nice thing about that is we're able to offer a tremendous amount of value in free content by doing live calls to kind of show, hey, look, this is what we're about. This is what we do. This is how we do it. And I think it adds a tremendous amount of value. So obviously at some point we are going to make money on it, but it's just a matter of, hey, let's contribute first. It's the same thing when you're listing a property.
Yep.
You know, you want to contribute first, add tremendous amount of value, and then count your money when it's all over.
Yep. Hey, Daniel, so you said the promo wasn't in there?
Yeah, it's because everything was moved to the new hard drive.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Well, just so everybody knows, we have an event coming up April 26th, 27th, and 28th, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And this is the Elevate
event. Yep. This is going to be very instructional. It's going to feel a lot more like a classroom than probably our climb event. When we did climb is more of a personal development, where you're dealing with your heart, your mind, your soul, those types of things. Like primarily we're working on what's going on inside here and what's going on inside here. And so the Elevate events though are a lot more frequent than the climb events. The Elevate events are, basically quarterly, and the Elevate events will work on really kind of the nitty gritty details of how to do everything.
Okay.
How many? It's all skill set, skill based. Yeah. Mindset, skills, discipline. Nice. And so we do work a little bit on the mind, but it's mindset, skills, discipline. So we'll work a lot more on skills. We'll work a lot more on your disciplines, things that you're doing to cause your business to be successful, kind of without your input every single day. That type of thing.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be good because you're going to be doing some live calling.
Yeah,
in front of everybody.
We do that too in front of everybody, which is a freaking blast.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so fun. Yeah, if you haven't,
it's funny because people are so nervous to call alone in their office, and then you're over there calling in front of 200 or 300 people. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Yeah. And you're actually setting appointments right there. So it's pretty awesome.
Maybe I'm just messed up in the head, but it's easier for me to call in front of people than it is alone in my office.
So because accountability.
Well, the thing is, and I think a lot of people can relate to this. When you get in your head, you're dead. Everything stops dead in the water if you're in your head. And it's easier to get in your head when you're alone. And so when you're calling people, I always challenge people, when you're calling people, bring other people in with you, bring other agents in the room with you and call together, or have them watch you or coach them or whatever. But it brings a certain level of accountability. It makes it a little bit easier when you're with people than without. That's why we do we also do our monthly prospecting schools, where we have people come in, and for a couple $100, you can come in for 2 full days and just prospect with me and Judy Forden and our coaching team. And you can learn all the scripts and the dialogues and how to do it and what to say and all those things. And then have all your questions answered, which is cool. Yeah. And then, it's the coolest thing, because you're there, you're live, you're making calls for your area, and we're instructing you and helping you through the process. Yeah. So that's
awesome.
But then your accountability side, because you got 15, 17 other people in the room with you in each room,
just watching.
Yeah,
I like that. It's pretty cool. It's good to see, and it is that's the foundation of a lot of agents' business, and especially the ones who are just starting, when they don't have a lot of SOI or people who know who they are yet. They got a call to get business. And I really love how we're doing this here. We can show them how to do this. It's extremely valuable for everybody, and also for those who attend the prospecting school.
Yeah, it's tough when you start out, because you're like, I don't, and especially, let's say you move to a new area, and then you're like, I want to be a real estate agent in this area. You just don't have a lot of friends. Like, that's kind of how it was for me when I moved to Utah. Like, I grew up in Southern California. All my network was in California. I just had a couple of siblings in Utah. And so for me, it was like, dude, I don't have an SOI or a COI.
Yeah.
I don't have a group of people that trust me to be their agent, and I'm brand new. How do I develop this? And so the for sale by owner and expired calls were critical for me to build my business. That's where 99% of my business comes from now, is that I just used to make all these, I still do, make all these calls. And if you're not developing your business, guys, if you're not doing that business acquisition, you're not creating new clientele constantly, you're not doing business. You need to be doing that constantly. New clients, even if you have like this flush of, just plethora, waterfall, unending river of SOI clients coming in and giving you business, you should still be creating new clientele through for sale by owners or expireds. They need you.
Well, I'm excited. I believe your phone is already connected. Is it? We should do a little test call and see.
Yep.
Let's see what we got here.
We can start cranking if you guys want.
Yeah, let's start cranking. I totally forgot how to use this thing. I don't know how I forgot that fast. There we go. 1.
Oh, there's music.
2. There we go. All right, we got it. There we go.
Let me connect my cell phone here. So I'm calling from my iPad, and as most of you know, I always have my listing appointment sheets here.
Unknown.
There we are. All right, let me just plug in here. All right. Okay, we're connected. So I have my listing appointment sheets, and a lot of times, I do these mostly electronically on my iPad, but since I'm dialing from my iPad today, I just have them printed out here. I also have my script book next to me, so I can always refer to the script when I need to. Even though some of these scripts I wrote and co-wrote, you still want to have them next to you, because even though I have them like in my mind, sometimes I even get like just sidetracked, and then I'm like, okay, I just need to get back to where I was at. And so I always have that open and next to me, and then I always have just a notepad as well, just right next to me, so I can make notes and that type of thing. So, something happened. What happened?
I think it disconnected.
It did disconnect. Let's try it.
I'm excited. I'm pumped up. Here's what I say. I think, you know what? I think last time we were a little, we shot for the moon and we missed.
Well, we got one appointment.
We did get one appointment. Let's do 4 for 4.
We're used to doing 4 appointments or 3 appointments or whatever per calling day, and we got one. So,
yeah, let's get started. I want to see. Let's get some music going.
Let me refresh this list real quick. And then while you guys are on here, if you have any questions, feel free to comment and ask any questions. We love to answer questions on the show. And then in between kind of some calls, we'll talk a little bit about the calls and the appointments and those types of things. And then if you guys have any questions or whatever, feel free just to post them up or send us a message and we'll respond to you here. All right, let me load this dialer back up I think it disconnected on us because I didn't start calling quick. All right, here we go. I couldn't believe how many people I've had. I've had hundreds of people hit me up, say, hey.
Unknown caller.
They're like, I want to be a part of this, or I want to watch this. Okay, cool. Get my audio up. Okay, sweet. Let's dial, baby. We're dialing.
All right, let's go.
Hello, this is Rhonda Collister. I'm sorry I missed your call.
All right, so I have this on a dialer. It's dialing 3 lines at a time, and it's leaving automatic messages for me that I pre-recorded.
Please leave your message for... Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Yeah, they're going quick today. Hopefully there's no delay. Hey, I was calling about, you had a property for sale here in Bluffdale?
Yep.
And are you selling that for sale by owner? Is that right?
Yep, correct.
Okay. My name's Alma. I'm with Century 21. I'm sure you've had just a ton of agents calling you trying to list your home, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, fortunately, the purpose for my call, we just sold a couple other properties not far from you there. So I was just calling to get some info about this one. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about it. How many bedrooms does it have?
So it has 4 bedrooms. All of them are upstairs. 2 full baths, 1.5.
Okay, so two full, 1/2.
The basement's unfinished.
Okay. Okay.
It's in a cul-de-sac. There's a third car. The third car has a 10x10 garage door.
Oh, nice.
About 28 feet long. There's an RV pad that's about 32 feet long.
Okay.
Backyard, fully fenced, fully landscaped. Covered patio is about, I think it's 12 by 20.
Okay.
It's covered. And then there's a fire pit out there that's all concrete.
You said 12 by 20 on the patio?
Yep.
Okay. And a fire pit?
Yep. Yep, and a fire pit that's all concrete.
Beautiful. Okay. Is it a Rambler?
No, 2-story.
2-story. Okay. Is a master on the main floor?
Nope, it's all upstairs.
Okay, cool. Great. What year is the house?
It was built in 2017.
Okay, cool. Who was the builder on it?
Candlelight Homes.
Oh, good. Okay, cool.
Then it turned into Lennar.
How have you liked it?
Loved it. I actually worked for Candlelight when I built the house.
Oh, did you really? Cool. So this was your kind of your personal home that you had built when you were with them?
Exactly. Yep. So I got the great deal on it. We picked it because it's in the cul-de-sac. It's a very private little area. Nothing on one of those main roads. We love the area. We're just moved out of state.
Oh, are you? Where are you heading?
Tennessee.
Nice. That's cool. I lived out in Tennessee for a summer, just doing summer sales back in the day. I loved it out there.
Where at?
Chattanooga.
Okay. So we're looking at the Nashville area. So you guys are just a couple hours away.
Yeah, you're out west side, right? Nashville.
Yep.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. What takes you to Nashville? That's pretty cool.
Just to change.
Yeah, cool.
That's all.
Yeah. Well, you got plenty of people
so
moving
it's been
in.
kind of nice just making a big change.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got plenty of.
Well, both places.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Cool. Okay. And then what are you asking for the house?
So we have it listed at 780, and that's my net, thinking that we were doing it for sale by owner. So
Okay.
coming with an agent, I would have to cover the commission on that side. So
Right.
it'd probably be more around like 810, 815.
Okay. And tell me, what was your total square footage?
I think it's like 2660.
2660. So almost 3,000 or almost.
That's finished.
Oh, that's finished. Okay. So do you know what the basement is as well?
It's another 1,000 square feet.
Okay. So you're about 3,600.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And then there's 2 systems. So I made sure when I built the house that they actually had 2 systems instead of just the one. So there's one on the main and there's one upstairs. So the one upstairs just runs upstairs. The main level will actually run the basement, and the main level, once the ducts will open up to the basement.
And that's the AC or the Havoc system.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. How
They
big's your
both have
lot?
humidifiers on them as well. So it's like 0.17 of an acre.
1.7. Okay, sweet. And you said you have humidifiers on those as well?
Yeah. Each heater, each HVAC unit has humidifier.
Cool. That's something you won't need in Tennessee.
No, not at all. And then there's also a 50-gallon water heater that has a soft water system already hooked up.
Nice. Dude, beautiful. Soft water. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Has cold storage.
that sounds really nice. How did you come up with your price?
So I'm actually a loan officer, so I know what the estimated value of the house was.
Oh, good.
And so AVM is showing about 785.
Okay.
So
The reason I
that's
ask, I just sold a property that's actually really similar to this, bigger lot, which obviously adds a lot in this area, but it was over in Riverton.
Mm-hmm.
We just closed on it. It was 900, but the square footage was basically the
Oh
same.
my gosh!
Yeah.
Did they have a finished basement?
It was finished, yeah. So just accounting for those two things, which, as you know, isn't a ton of difference, but yeah.
No, but holy crap.
I know.
Jeez.
I know. I was like,
And see, I was hoping when we listed it, at the 780, I was hoping that we would, get some more bids at the 800 level.
yeah,
But, just seeing what the market actually did and what foot traffic is, because the neighbor right behind me, she is a realtor, and she told me, hey, I just want to get some foot traffic through there, so can I host an open house for you? And I said, yeah, but I'm not going under contract with you. And she
Right.
said, nope, I just want foot traffic through there.
she just wants to gather
so
buyer
she's doing
leads.
an open house. Exactly. That's
Yep.
all it was. And I was like, well, that's fine. I mean,
You're all, I
okay.
know who your lender's going to be.
so she's doing an open house. Yeah, exactly. So I told her, so she's doing the open house from 11 to 2 this Saturday.
Oh, cool. That's perfect. Have you had any hits on it or offers at the 780?
Yeah, so we did have one, but it was with an agent, so it was not what we were wanting.
Okay.
And then we have a couple that looked at it last night, and then they're going back today to look at it at 2 with their kids. So I'm assuming they're probably going to put something together today or tomorrow.
Well, it's so funny. Like this one I listed at 900. I was like, okay, it is a little bit of a shot in the dark, but here's the thing. A lot of as well as I do, when an appraiser appraises a property, or when somebody does, even when an agent does comps
Right.
on a property, They're looking at the past comparables. And so when I comp out a property, I've been doing this for almost 20 years. And when I comp out a property right now in a market like this, I always look at what I've seen happen and what I think is going to happen before I price a home as well. So this one, honestly, it was $100,000 higher than what it comped at. It was. And the agent actually who brought the buyer, she calls me up before they even submit the offer. And I've known her for years, right? And before I submit the offer, before she submits the offer, she's like, Alma, come on. She's like, honestly, why are you pricing the home right here? There's nothing that comps like that in this area. And I said, I can appreciate that. However, the market will absorb this home. This home will sell at this price. And she's like, what makes you think that? She's trying to negotiate for her buyers. And I'm just like slamming her with some logic. I'm like, well, what makes me think that? Because I've seen time and time again, $100,000 over offer or $100,000 over asking, waiving appraisal, tremendous amounts of earnest money. And I just said, look, the home is going to sell. So I said, I can appreciate the fact that the comps don't come in, but the home is going to sell. And she was the one that sent the offer, and they were $100 above asking.
Oh my gosh.
So
and I've done like the 2, 3, 5 year projections on this. Because it's right next to the prison, so it's just out there in that area in the new community.
Yeah.
And the prison's going, so it's projecting that by year 3, it's supposed to be about 150 to 200,000 more.
Yeah, I agree with that. Maybe even more than that, because I think people are misunderstanding.
It said by year 5, 1.1.
There you go. Yep, that makes sense. So, well, cool, man. And what was your name? I didn't get your name.
Vance. VANCE.
VANCE. Okay, Vance. Sweet, man. Yeah, my name's Alma. Well, let me ask you this. I don't know if this will work for you or not. I may not. I mean, this isn't your first rodeo. You know real estate inside and out. Well, let me ask you this. If we could figure out a way that, by working together, we could get the property sold by listing it, marketing it correctly, and we could do for you what we did for this other couple, net you a ton more money, sell it in the next, 10 to 12 days or whatever it is. I mean, you'd be open to at least exploring that, right?
I would. I mean, you have to be able to tell me that that's going to be more in the upper 8s at that point.
Yeah. Well, let's at least look at it. Looking at the numbers that I've seen, it makes sense. I would just have to do a little bit more research. I'll be candid with you, though. If I do the research and it doesn't make sense, you'll know as well as I will whether or not it would make sense for us to work together. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
Let's do this. What are you going to be at the open house on Saturday?
I will not be.
You won't? Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. The next time I'll be right over by you on Monday evening. Do you care if I pop in then?
Yeah, for sure.
And then what I'll do, would like 5 or 6 work for you? Actually, let's do, if you're open at 6, that would be better. I have a 4 o'clock.
6 for sure.
Okay. So let's do 6. And then when I come out, I mean, my intention is to list the home if we can make the numbers work. But between now and then I'll do a little more research. If it doesn't work, I'll call you that day and just say, hey, that's not going to work. But if it does look like it's going to work, I'll still confirm with you. But I'll plan on seeing you at 6, and hopefully we can list this sucker and get you another, who cares how much more, but a lot more than this, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Vance, good talking to you. What's your last name, by the way?
All right, thanks so much. Green.
Okay, cool. Sweet, man. Sounds good. I'll see you on Monday at 6 p.m.
Perfect.
Okay,
thank you so much.
Sweet.
I appreciate it.
You got it. Talk to you then.
All right.
Okay, bye. Done. Appointment set. We're only 12 minutes in, baby.
So easy. It's so funny. I was thinking if he said, "Yeah, I'm going to be at the open house," if you went in there and got the ERS signed in front of the other agent.
Dude, that would not be the craziest thing that I've done in front of other agents.
It'd be so funny. Oh, and I wouldn't put it past you. I know you're capable of doing that. It's pretty funny.
Dude, what you know what freaking made me feel brazen was I had an agent kind of do that to me one time. One of the coolest agents ever, right? He's not like he's a total veteran, but what happened was his name's Matthew Flinders, right? He's such a stud, and he would not care if I told this story. It was awesome. So I go to this listing appointment and knock, 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 and the owner opens the door, and and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're still with another agent," because he was running over on his appointment for his listing, right? And Matthew, I see his head poke around the corner. He goes, "Oh, is that Alma? Alma, come on up, man. Have a seat." And I'm like, dude, I could look at this one of two ways, right? This was when me and Matt were like,
he was about to put you through school, huh?
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. And I was newer. I was probably like 3 years in the biz. So I was still brand new, green behind the years, all this. And he goes, "Come on up, man. Come on up. I know Alma. Alma's great." Dude, so he lets me, I'm like, okay. So something clicked in me. I went from the mode of like, I'm competing for this listing to I want to go to school. Yeah. I'm going to learn from this guy because he's a freaking pro, right? So I'm like, hell yeah, dude, I'm in. So I walk upstairs and we sit down, and it was one of these condos that has the garage underneath the house, So I walk up the stairs, we sit down, and I just sit there, and I'm like, "Matt, do you care?" I'm right in front of the clients. I could care less, right? "Dude, do you care if I take notes?" And he's like, "Not at all, my friend. Go for it." So I just sit there, dude, and I filled up an entire sheet of paper just taking notes on what he did, how he did it, the way he set, the way he talked with people, the way he took their responses. It was seriously one of the best things I had ever learned.
Yeah, the value in there, I bet, was more than the listing would have been worth,
For sure, dude, long term, for sure. Like, I mean, it was probably $150,000 condo at that time. Now that same condo is like $400,000.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But it was like, it was the coolest thing. And after I was done, we walked out together, and I'm like, "Dude, Matt, thank you, man. That was so cool of you to invite me in and be a part of that." And
Did you get a listing?
He got it. Yeah, he got it. I watched him sit there and sign this freaking thing right there in front of me. But I was like, dude, this is one of the cool. He wasn't with my company or anything. He was just the coolest dude. And he and I are still just dear friends today. And he and his partner, Drew Armstrong. And I learned so much from that moment. And so, guys, it may, you're going to come across stuff that is non-conventional. Yeah. It's going to be weird. Dude, go with it. Life happens for you. Okay? Life happens for you, not to you. So when you see something like that, take it as an opportunity of growth and contribution. Let him contribute to you. Let you grow. We can always learn something from these people. Then, so I repaid the favor one time. There's other agent, same thing. He knocks on the door, and I know this agent, right? His name's Brian. He's such a cool dude. And now this guy back then he and I were competing, right? Now this guy he does twice at least the business that I do, at least. I mean, he's just a dominator down in southern Utah. I mean, this guy, he took like $3.6 million in commissions last year.
Holy cow.
In Utah, in St. George, if anybody knows St. George, it's actually a pretty small geographical area, but it's boomed like crazy. It's like the new like Vegas Valley, know? And so, yeah, he made like 3.6 last year, just doing for sell by owners every morning, just like this.
Jeez. Yeah, this works, man. It's that consistency. I had the opportunity to actually visit a brokerage a week and a half ago down south, and I got to meet one of the most successful agent in the company. And I saw his whole setup, what he did, and how he ran his business. And he was no different than, somebody like you who just calls and dials. The one thing that he did different than a lot of agents was he was so consistent and so disciplined, where he would dial every single morning without any interruption. He wouldn't take an appointment during that time. It was religious for him. Yep. And sometimes that's the difference.
That is the difference, because consistency is our greatest tool. Yeah. We always say that. Consistency is your greatest tool. Consistency. What's your greatest tool? What is the greatest tool that you have in your entire quiver? All of the knowledge you have, everything you have. What's the greatest tool? It's consistency.
That deserves a round of applause. And while you're filling that out and setting up your appointment, we have some new viewers here on the channel. Jeanette Leo. What's up, Jeanette? How you doing?
What's up, Jeanette?
And I hope I don't butcher this. Is it Line? Leanne? Leanne? I think you're wrong too, Daniel. I don't know. Either way, Miss or Mrs. Justice, thank you so much for watching. I'm happy that we're here to provide value for you guys. And you know what we're going to do right now? If you guys are still watching right now, if you guys want to, Jeanette, you know what, you're there. Jeanette, do you want to spin the wheel?
Let's spin the wheel for
Let's
Jeanette.
have Jeanette spin the wheel. Daniel, let's get you up here to spin the wheel. Jeanette, give us like 2 seconds, and we're going to set this up. And
camera
we'll
to the wheel
to spin the wheel. Okay, close. You said close.
What?
How close was I? Is it Leanne? Lean? I'm butchering this one. I'm so sorry, but you know what? We'll give you guys both a chance. Jeanette, give us 1 second. I'm going to pull up these sounds for you guys, and then we will give you a chance to spin the wheel. So where are we at here? 3, 2, 1. Daniel, go ahead and give it a spin.
Beautiful, Daniel. Adjusting the mountain.
What is that? No prize.
What? You know what that actually means? All right.
I love those sound effects.
You know that no prize is my favorite.
Yeah, no, that's
slot.
a good one. But Jeanette, are you here? Because there actually is a prize there. It's in studio training live with us.
I think
at
she's
the
out of
desk.
I think she's out of state. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you're local, hit us up. That's a familiar name. I may have hit her up a little bit.
Jeanette, are you here? Local?
If you're local, you can come in studio and be with us when we do these calls.
Oh, she is.
She is. Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, you know what? Go ahead and text Judy Forden. She's right there. She put her number on there. It's wait, is that just? Oh, that is Judy's number. Judy, what are you doing with an out-of-state number? All right, 313-815-8389. Get a hold of her, and let's go ahead and get you in here during our next live, and you can see Alma in action.
You can come sit in here, and we can you can just have a live thing. Those are like my favorite, the blank ones, because it's like, hey, let's do this instead. Yeah. We don't want to give away nothing.
Yeah, I like that. You know what, Daniel? Can you give her one more spin? I want to give her something tangible. So here we go. All right, 3,
double prizes.
2, let's go with another one.
What do you got? Journal, sweet.
There
all right,
we go.
So you can have your journal with you while you're here.
There we go. I like it. I'm not local, she said.
Oh, you're not
but
local.
I am in the chat. LOL. Sorry,
okay.
I'm in Chicago.
Oh,
nice.
Chicago.
All right, there we go. Okay, you got a journal. Go ahead and text Judy if you can. She'll get a hold of you, and we will send you that journal.
Here's the other thing. Since you're not local, I will give you 1 hour of free coaching with me where I will train you on scripts and dialogue. Huh? That's pretty good. Hey, say that was good.
Oh, yeah. That was great.
Okay, good. Okay. So hit me up, message me, and you and I will set up a time, and then we'll do an hour of coaching for sell by owners and expireds. So,
all right. Well, you know what? We are going to Lynn. How did I mess that up? Oh my gosh, Lynn, are you still here? If you're still here, let's go ahead and give you a chance to spin the wheel. Daniel, let's get you back up there one more time, and let's give Lynn a chance. Let's give her a chance to spin this.
We should have Anna do it. She's cuter than Daniel.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's true.
Daniel over there. The viewers drop off. All
That's right.
3. Well, here we go. Let's go, Lynn. Let's go. Spin the wheel. What do we got here? Journal? Yep. Journal. Lynn, where are you located? Where are you at? Are you here in Utah? Let's see. There's a little delay there, but let's just see.
How long is your delay?
Who knows? It changes every day, I feel like.
It does.
Okay, she's in Chicago, so you got a journal. So we'll have a journal sent right over to you. So, Judy, you can get a hold of Lynn for us.
Judy knows all about Chicago.
Oh, yeah. So we got Chicago and in Colorado. Dude, how awesome is that? We got people out of state watching this thing.
Yeah,
how cool is that?
Yeah, it's good. It's spreading. It's spreading like wildfire.
I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get back to the dial-in, and let's see if we can get some more appointments.
Let's do it. 1 for 1.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's resume. Okay, we're on. We're dialing.
Hello?
Hi. Hey, I was calling about, you had a home for sale a little bit ago here in Draper. Did you ever sell that?
Yes, uh-huh.
Did you? Okay. Just
No,
checking.
we're not showing it until April 16th.
Oh, okay.
We'll have an
Gotcha.
open house at that time.
Oh, good. Okay. So you are still selling it then?
Yes, uh-huh.
Okay. And what's
Yeah,
your,
we're putting in new flooring and painting.
oh, nice. Very
So,
nice. Okay. My name's,
We can't show it until. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, no worries. My name's Alma. I'm with Century 21. I'm sure you've had just a ton of agents calling you trying to list it, right?
Uh-huh.
I actually live right here in Draper off
I
of,
actually am going to be listing. Yeah, I'm going to be listing it with a friend.
oh, good. Okay.
But it'll be. I'm just actually communicating with her today.
Oh,
But
beautiful.
I'll be. So it shows really well the house. It has a beautiful view lot.
Okay.
Right, it's on the Utah County side of Suncrest.
Oh, it is on the
So,
Utah County side.
If you
Beautiful.
happen to be interested, you're welcome to bring them by.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. And you said
Okay,
you're
any
doing
questions about the house or anything? Or?
yeah. Can I ask you a few questions about it? So I just have basically
Sure.
the address. How many bedrooms does it have?
Uh-huh. It has 3 bedrooms upstairs, and there's a loft, and it's a Richmond home, and some people have that loft made into a 4th bedroom,
Oh, yeah.
but
Uh-huh.
it's a loft, that looks over the living room.
Uh-huh.
And then the basement is unfinished,
Okay.
so there's room for more bedrooms downstairs. And it's on a corner lot, and across the street is the view, and nothing can be built there, so we'll always have a beautiful view
Oh,
of the
beautiful.
lake, and it's up above the pollution,
Yeah.
which
Yep.
is really nice.
Yeah. I've had more people talk to me about moving up
anyway.
to Suncrest because of it's just above that pollution line, which is nice.
Right.
Okay. So 3 bedrooms and a
So
loft.
anything else? I can
Yeah.
answer?
How many bathrooms does it have?
It has 2 upstairs and a half bath on the main level.
Okay. So 2.5. Any upgrades you've done to the house since you've had it?
We're upgrading and putting in vinyl plank flooring in the main level and new carpet that will be
Oh, beautiful.
just being put in on the first part of April.
Okay.
And it does have stainless steel appliances.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. And then how long have you had the house?
I think maybe 2010 or 11.
Oh, nice. Okay. You're obviously in a great area too. Why are you selling?
My daughter is currently. Yes. Well, I don't live in the house actually. My daughter is living in the house right now,
Oh, okay.
and we have 2 houses up in Suncrest, and she's actually going to move to the other house.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason for that
Nice.
is that she's a single mother in that house, so will be paid for in 10 years. So it'll be really nice for her.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
She really doesn't actually want to leave this house because she loves the view, but it'll just be good for her situation.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I myself am almost 80, and I decided I'd like have some liquid assets for the next 10 years.
That's probably a good idea.
So
Yeah.
that's really why I'm selling it. Right.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. And
So
then,
we have several properties, and but I want this one I decided to sell.
okay. And then what about the yard? I know some of the yards up there, some of them are kind of hilly, but what's your configuration there on your yard?
It's pretty flat.
Okay.
It goes on the side that's toward the view.
Uh-huh.
There's a little bit, it slants down, but from flat down to just down
Okay.
the sidewalk, it's curved.
Okay. Oh, Timber
But
Brook.
the
Okay. I've been
backyard
on
is all
your,
flat.
I've actually been on your street, I think. There's a guy that has a,
You'll probably show it.
like a Volkswagen bus that lives kind of not far from you there.
Uh-huh.
I just saw him driving around.
Fielding Lane is the one that actually the houses back up to the view.
Oh, okay.
And the other house I have is on Brookings, just right above that street that my daughter's going to move into.
Okay. Gotcha. And this one's
It's
on
a real nice neighborhood.
Timber Brook, right?
They call it Maple Hollow. Did I say Timber Brook?
Yeah.
Timber Brook.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Maple Hollow. Okay. Perfect. And then,
It should show really, really well because it's going to be all, everything new in it.
okay. Is she out of it now? Is it vacant
As far as the
currently?
flooring. No, she's not.
Okay.
And she teaches school, so I really can't show it. And she has to have spring break to get things straightened out.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm not showing it until the 16th.
Okay.
And I'm not going to put a lockbox on it because she's actually moving into the other house not until June 1st.
Okay.
But the house will be pretty much cleared out before then.
Yeah, that timing should work out
It'll
just
be ready
right.
to show.
Yeah. And what are you currently asking for it?
I just listed it. The Zillow price was $633, but now the Zillow price has gone up to $638.
Yeah, that was kind of why I was asking you. The other properties that I've sold up there recently that are similar square footage wise, because you're about 3,000 square feet, is that right?
I think 29, but that includes the unfinished basement.
Okay. So the other ones that I've seen up there,
there's another one around the corner that's selling. It's listed for $719. I think that's another one for sale.
Yeah.
But the bid isn't finished.
I almost haven't seen
I'm
almost
hoping
anything up there less than that 7
offers.
price point.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it'll be a good price for somebody.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. I don't know if this would work for you or not. I know you kind of have another agent in mind that you're wanting to work with, but if we could figure out a way that by working together on it, by listing it and using kind of the techniques that we use, because we just sold another house, and they were thinking they were going to get $745 for it, and we ended up selling it for $900. And so we're seeing that a lot of people are leaving huge chunks of money on the table, and they actually got their price initially from a Zillow's estimate as well. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think that we'll probably get higher offers, when we get people coming in, so we'll accept higher offers.
Okay.
But I'm already listing it with my friend, so.
Gotcha. Have you already signed with that other agent yet?
I'm signing today.
Oh, are you really?
and I really want to. Yeah, I really want to work with her.
Okay.
And we'll maybe adjust the price if we, get a lot of interest.
Well, if you're at least open to exploring it, there was another one I just sold in Pleasant Grove too. I got him $200,000 above what he anticipated on it, what Zillow said.
Well, I'm very willing for a realtor to bring in and pay a commission for you to bring in a buyer.
Oh, perfect.
So, for your welcome to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very willing to.
Yeah.
To, have other realtors bring in people. So.
Yeah, and I guess I'm really just
happy to have you sell for whatever price you can get.
I'm really just kind of looking more.
But I'm going to list it with my friends. So.
Okay. And honestly, that's the best thing to do. If you have somebody that you know and that you trust and that you want to work for you, what we've done is we've put together
she's going to do a cost analysis for me. She's going to do some research for me. But I just talked to her today, so.
Beautiful.
So we may change the prices we list it.
I mean, I don't have any high pressure sales pitch or anything. If you're open to it, at least exploring the option of it's kind of like when you go to the doctor, you want a second opinion. If you're open to at least looking at a second opinion, we've been able to just, and being candid, I just don't trust other agents' opinions because they over and over again, we've been able to sell houses just tremendously higher because we sell about 1 out of every 3 homes across the Wasatch Front here. And so if you're at least open to,
for your advantage, if you bring something with a high offer, they'll get the house. So,
exactly. Yeah. And the best way to do that, is to have it listed correctly. That's how you get those higher offers. And so,
yeah, she's going to do a cost analysis for me. We haven't done that yet. So
yeah,
she'll do that. And then we're going to get it listed by the middle of the month. So
okay.
Very well could go up in our listing price.
Now, are you open to exploring the other options?
So I'm really not going to change who I list it with.
Are you open to exploring it and just looking at the options of what we do to market properties differently?
Not really. I'm already doing what I'm doing, but I'm really happy to have you bring someone in to buy it if you'd like.
Beautiful. Thanks so much. I appreciate your time today. And tell me, what was your name?
Rhonda Corbett.
Okay, Rhonda. Awesome. Great chatting with you. Thanks so much for your time.
So we'll
Rhonda.
be listing on the multiple listing about the middle of April. You can watch for it.
Middle of April. Okay.
So,
and is it just because you're waiting for your daughter to be out of it?
Well, she's not even going to be out of it by then. We have to clear out rooms and things. And she teaches school. She's under a lot of pressure.
Okay.
And spring break is coming up, so she can get things organized during that time. And we're getting new flooring put in next week. Then she has spring break to get things cleaned up, and then be putting in the carpet is scheduled for the next week. So
Right.
it'll be ready to go. So that's why we're waiting. And I don't want to, she doesn't want people coming in right now.
Now, let me ask
So
you this. I
that's
mean,
why
everybody knows somebody
I think,
that's in real estate. Are you, if there was an option for you to make some more money on this, and if by listing it with another one of your friends, i.e. me, we could net you a couple $100,000 more.
No, I'm not going to list it with another
that?
friend, but I'm very happy for you to bring somebody in and get a commission on selling it. So
beautiful.
That's what I'd be happy to have you do.
Wonderful. Well,
So,
we'll keep an eye out for it. Thank you
much.
so much for your time, Rhonda. And again, my name's Alma.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wah, wah, wah.
I never trust if the phone is hung up or not. You know what I mean?
I have to watch when this list pops up right here.
Okay.
That's when it hangs up.
Okay, I'll watch for that.
You'll see like that, and then this will pop up right here, and then you'll know it's.
Yeah. She was very determined. I thought it was a guy at first. I'm so sorry, Rhonda. I thought it was a guy at first.
Yeah, I actually did too. For a while, I thought it was Robert, her husband. But that's why you always ask.
Yeah.
That's actually why when I call people, I don't say, "Hi, is this so and so?" Never say that. Never assume who it is. I always just say, "Hi, I was calling about, you have a home for sale?" And then I ask them their name, because I've been wrong so many freaking times. I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You're kind of cutting it. Oh, I'm a woman. Oh, I'm sorry. You're cutting out a little bit." Because, hey, people's voices are different, and you just got to be as as fluid as you possibly can through this process. So
yeah, I like how you didn't give up so easy. You kept going in, being persistent. That's really good. I like that.
I really want to find out. Like, here's the thing. Her friend, they probably live right there in that area. You could tell that they're close friends. They've been talking about the house, that type of thing. Look, I don't really care. All I care about is making sure that at the end, it's the best scenario for her.
Yeah.
Honestly, if this was an agent that I had heard of before and that was a killer agent, I'd still go for it.
Yeah.
But I would end the call knowing that, hey, they're in good hands still.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like I'm the best agent for the job, I still want to give them the best opportunity. I believe that we are the best, that we know how to sell the homes correctly. We know how to price them correctly. I believe that in our marketplace, and a lot of people will disagree with me because they're like, dude, this marketplace is so inflated. People are not leaving money on the table. Yes, they are, constantly.
Yeah.
I see it every day. I see like this one I just closed yesterday or day before yesterday, $900,000, man. They thought they were going to get $745 for it.
Wow.
They're like, if we can get $745, we'll be stoked. I'm all, no, okay. Like, thank you, but it's worth $9.
Yeah.
Or it's like.
Were you the listing agent or the buying agent?
I was the listing agent.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep. So my business is about 50-50, because if you hold all the inventory, if you're the one that has all the listings, all the inventory, you also will be the one that controls the buyers. You'll get all of the buyers that are unrepresented calling you on the phone.
Yeah.
And for every 10 signs that you have out in the marketplace, you'll get between 10 and 15 qualified, ready to rock buyers per month. So if you can get 10 signs out into the marketplace, 10 listings out there, and maintain that, you'll have. Yeah,
that's pretty good. I like it. Well, let's keep it going, man. So we're 1 for 2.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'll just put her on my calling system. I can disposition people and put them in different spots. So I'm just going to put this one into no answer, because I want to call her back later and just see if they actually ended up listing it or not. So, and we're ready to rock again. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat box.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, I was calling about, you had a home for sale here in Pleasant Grove a little bit ago. Did you end up selling that?
The fourplex? You mean the fourplex?
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you still have it?
We are still in the process of selling. So
Okay.
we do.
Okay. My name's Alma. I'm with Century 21. I'm sure you've had a ton of agents calling you trying to list it, right?
I have had a few. Yeah, that would be true.
Well, fortunately, the purpose for my call, is we just sold a couple other properties not far from you there. We've done a ton of multi-units. I didn't realize this was a fourplex. That's awesome. And so I'm just calling to get some info about it. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So share with me. So it's a fourplex. How many square feet per unit?
The upstairs one had like I should know exact, but it's about 1250 upstairs and about 1150 downstairs, I think.
Okay. In each unit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are pretty big units.
I guess it's relative.
Yeah. Well, I mean, compared to, I'd say your average unit size would be like, you know, a 2-bed, 2-bath, 900 square foot is kind of like average for fourplexes. But are these 3 bedrooms?
Yeah, they're 3-bedroom, 2-bath units. Yep.
Okay, that's really highly desirable. So 3-bed, 2-bath. How long have you been trying to sell it?
Just a few days.
Okay.
So we are doing an open house tomorrow, and that would be the first time I actually show it, since we have to work around our tenants. So
right, yeah, and that's kind of the best way to get people in there is like once or twice a week, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So fourplex, and at $1,200 per unit. What did you say the basement units were?
Sorry, the what?
The lower units. What did you say the square footage was on those?
I think I said 1150, but maybe they're 1100 because I was trying to match the square footage with what it says. So yeah, I think 1100.
Okay. So top units 1250-ish, 1100 on the bottom units. 3-bed, 2-bath.
Yeah, I think so. But the 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Yeah, the downstairs units have a 2-car garage.
Oh, they do. Okay.
And the upstairs units have a really large deck. I should figure out the square footage of the deck. It's probably anyway, it spans a 2-car carport and a 2-car garage. That's how big the deck is. It's over a 2-car carport and 2-car garage.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool. And were these originally fourplexes or were these converted houses?
No, it was we are the original owners. It was built as a fourplex.
Beautiful. Okay, cool. Awesome. What year were they built?
97.
Oh, they were. Okay. 1997. Okay, cool. And you were the original builders. That's nice. Don't see too many of those available anymore. What are you asking? What's your asking price?
I have it at $1,295 right now.
Okay, so 1.295 essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. That seems like a good price. Any offers yet?
A couple. Yep.
Okay. Were they decent or did they suck?
One was super low ball. The other was probably decent.
Okay.
But it was really the first decent one. So I'm just continuing to try to get it out there.
Okay. Yeah. The reason I asked, there's so many investors that want these, obviously. I mean, anybody who wants it, they're probably going to get it for an investment, or you might have somebody who wants to live in it and own it. I have one client who's kind of looking in this category as a buyer, but the reason I bring that up is if it can be marketed correctly, you could get full price, more, maybe a little bit more. I keep seeing these units sell just for astronomical prices. So I don't know. How do you feel like it's priced at 1.2 or 1.29, I should say? I think it's okay. I think I might be a little high. Okay.
But that was intentional.
Right. Well, it's good. It's good to price it a little high because then you can, if you market it correctly, you can get a lot of data back from that price. Excuse me. You can get a lot of data back from that price, and then you can adjust it down incrementally till you hit the right price point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's good. It's better to price it low and then wonder if you left money on the table, you know?
Yeah. I didn't want to do that.
There was this other property I just sold in Pleasant Grove, and they were asking $1 million for it. And they actually had it listed. They had it online with another real estate agent for over a year and could not get it sold. And so with our marketing and our exposure, the process that we use to market homes, we increased the price to 1.25, and we had it sold in a week to an out-of-state buyer. And so if you can market it correctly, you can get the right data that tells you where you're priced. You know, I have another house up in Bountiful. We priced it really high and we weren't getting any showings, but we saw all the data indicating, hey, we're getting a ton of views, which usually indicates, hey, people are looking at it, but if they're not offering, then you got to adjust it down, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sure that's the advantage of listing it with an agent who has access to all that information. And so we are just trying. We're going to just try this, but I do have an agent kind of who's on the wings, waiting in case we decide to go. Yeah.
Well, and listing it may not be your best option. You know, it may be, if you can sell this thing, nobody really wants to work with an agent if they don't have to. If you can sell this thing for a good solid price, high price, and like I said, it's tough to see to know if you're selling it at full market value because you can't necessarily see all the data on it. But if and you said you can see where that would be a value, I would say that's a value, but I would say that the best value of working with an agent is the fact that it can be two things actually. One is that you can highly expose it to buyers all over the nation, and you can target market the specific type of buyers. Like for instance, when I called you, I didn't even know this was a fourplex because Zillow only told me that it was a house. So in the info that they sent me, it only said it was a 1990. It does say 1997, but it just says single family residence. So it didn't identify. So I'm thinking, all right, this is just a 40 or 4,700 square foot house. And so if that data is going out there, it's obviously going out to multiple places. So the other benefit is you can expose it. The other benefit is then you can negotiate it correctly and get the right consultation on, which offer to take and those types of things could make you, thousands more. So, okay, cool. What was your name?
Yeah. It's Cynthia.
Cynthia. Okay. When did you say you're doing the open house?
Yep. Tomorrow, between 4 and 6.
Between 4 and 6. Okay. Do you care if I pop in and take a look at it?
No. Yeah. You are welcome to do that.
Okay, cool. And you know that I obviously want an opportunity. It would be a good opportunity also to meet you, shake your hand. I'll do a little bit of research on it, see where I think your values are at based on my experience. I've been doing this about almost 20 years. So it's sold a ton of units. So, and then if I'll show you, kind of share with you what I found and see where your value's at. And if it makes sense for us to work together on it at some point, then, definitely you'll know as well as I will if that will make sense. If not, no big deal.
Okay.
Does that work?
All right. Yep. Okay. That works.
Cool. So I'll see you tomorrow between 4 and 6 at your open house. And then again, my name's Alma.
Alma. That's a good name.
Thank you. Okay. Hey, awesome. Thank you. And then if you have any questions, or is it you and your hubby that are selling this?
He has some health issues, so it's just me.
Just you? Okay.
So
cool. So I'll just meet you there.
Yeah.
And if you come up with any questions, this is my cell number, so you can just call me back. But I'll just plan on seeing you tomorrow, and then between now and then I'll do a little research on it. And if it does work, cool. Love to list the property and work with you on it. And if not, no big deal.
Okay. Sounds good, Alma.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cynthia. You got it. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
There we go. Alma, you're back. I like it.
The people are back.
I like it. You know what?
I was here last week. We only set one appointment last week.
You're right. The people are back.
The people were gone.
You were here.
We had so many empty phones.
I love it, man. You know what? We got another listener / viewer, Ashley Madison. Ashley, are you still on? Leave a comment in the section if you're still on. If you're still on, we'll give you a chance to spin the wheel and hopefully get a prize. Where are we at? We got crickets. What's going on?
Crickets.
Ashley, you there? Talk to us.
Talk to me, Ashley. Tell me something. All right. So right now I'm just writing down all the info for tomorrow.
There she is. We got a little delay here. So, but awesome. Ashley, hello. And you said my last name right too. Oh, very nice. Madison. Yeah, I can read. Apparently, I couldn't the last one though.
You couldn't.
I couldn't read Lynn. But you know what? I am. I'm wanting to spin the wheel. You want to spin the wheel, Daniel? Can you get up here and spin the wheel? Let's go ahead and change these. And Ashley, let's give you a chance to spin and win a prize. Ashley, real quick, where are you located? Are you here in Utah or where are you located? Let's see. We'll give her a chance to respond. Is there any way you could change that delay? It's pretty. No?
No way.
Okay. All right. It is what it is. All right. Well, you know what? We're going to give you a chance to spin, and she's located in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Really? No
there
way.
Go.
Chat-town, baby.
Tennessee in the house.
Tennessee.
Hold on. Ashley, how did you hear about us? Was it Real Estate Mastermind? Was it Alma's post in there? Let's see.
I'll bet it was. All right.
Yeah, these it's horrible, the delay. There's got to be a way to change it.
I wonder how.
Huh? Oh, is it? Okay, that's why. All right. Anyways, Ashley, let's go ahead and have you spin the wheel. 3, I'll tell you when. Don't go down. Go ahead. There we go.
We were just talking about Tennessee, Ashley. That's cool.
Journal headed your way, Ashley. Get a hold of Judy Forden. I'll go ahead and actually send you her contact if Judy's watching. If she's not watching, but she will go ahead and reach out to you. Let me go ahead and get you this. So this is Judy's number. So Judy is one of our good friends here.
One of our coaches.
One of the coaches, too, here at ESS, Everest Sales System. But there's her number there. Oh, Judy, there you go.
She's
hey, Judy.
VP of Marketing. Or no, VP of Coaching, I should say. I think that's what your technical official title is, right? VP of.
That was the wrong one. Let me go. There we go. There's Judy. All right. Judy will get a hold of you, Ashley, and send out the journal. So talk to me about the journal. What is the journal? What are they getting?
So the journal, actually being candid, I don't know. I've actually never seen one, but I know it's kind of like an Everest-themed journal. So you can just take notes in it.
Oh, awesome.
Here's the thing, too, guys. If you have, I always have a notebook, a playbook. I have my playbook here, right? So you always want to have like a journal or something that you take notes in, because you're going to have these thoughts throughout your day and throughout your life that are really critical, and especially in this business. And when you're talking to people and helping people out on the phone, you'll come across these like thoughts or things that you said that you're like, oh, that was really good. I should say that next time. Or because here's the thing, all of the success that you need is already within you. Everything you need is already within you. You're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. Everything you need is already within you. And coaching only brings out what's already within you. Yeah, you'll learn some skills along the way and some techniques, but everything that you need to succeed, be happy, be successful, is already within you. All we do as coaches and on our team, and when we do these lives and stuff, is we just bring out of you what you already know is there. And so when that stuff pops up, you want to have a journal to write it down so that you remember it, because we tend to just, we'll see stuff and then we just mow over it. We don't remember it, and we should. And so that's why we have these journals. That's why I've had a journal for years now. And every time I go into a meeting or anything, I don't write notes in just a typical notebook when I'm learning. I write notes in a journal so that I can go back to my journal, write notes, have that information and all the things inside my head that are just popping right and left that I need to write down. The journal, to use your note taking as a journal rather than putting it in a notebook that you're never going to pick back up again, is pretty critical to your success long term, because it helps you it helps you internalize it. Like when we do our For Sale by Owner script, like whenever I make these calls, it's a script. Every call I make is a script. The way I ask people questions, everything, it's on our script. It's in our script book. It's just a matter of like, I want to make it mine. And so when you come to our live trainings, our prospecting schools, and we get people literally from all over the nation that come to the prospecting schools. I've been to brokerages all over the nation and taught, and both sides of the freaking United States. I can't wait till I go international and do this stuff. This is going to be fun. But when I do that, I'm always bringing these scripts that are like have a lot of blank spots in them, so that people can fill in the blanks as they learn the information. Then you have your script that now has your handwriting. It has your way of thinking. You'll put little notes next to it and stuff. You've just made that script that was created by somebody else. You just made it yours. You just made it intimately yours because it's got your handwriting, your notes, your information. You made that script now yours, and it internalizes it on a better level. Same thing journals do. You internalize it on a better level if you have a journal that you're writing in rather than just a piece of note paper that you're going to throw off to the side and forget about. If you have it in the same journal that you sit down and you write at the end of the night, and you're writing in your journal and you're talking about your kids and the cute things that they did, or you're talking about the vacation you just took or whatever, or this amazing anniversary you just had, or whatever it is, whatever you write in your journal, you know, the last moments that you had with your grandpa or your grandma when they passed away, whatever those sacred moments are, if you also put your notes of what you're learning every day in that journal, they now become sacred. They now become something that is cherished in your life. And you can watch as you write notes and you go back. And if I go back to like my journals that I started writing almost, 18 or 20 years ago or whatever, and I go back to those little journals, I'm like, holy cow, the way I viewed that concept or that, aspect of real estate versus how I view it now, it grows. It's totally different now.
Yeah. It's like a time capsule, huh?
Oh, it's so rad, man. Yeah.
Well, we are 2 for 3. 2 for 3?
Not bad.
2 for 3, not bad. What was that, like 70%, 75%?
I tell people that I can set 9 out of 10. So if we can maintain the next whatever, I got 2 more sheets of paper here, so I was planning on at least 4.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's get them. Let's get it going.
Let's go. 2 out of 3. Anybody
2 out of 3.
mind, learning how to do 2 out of 3? That doesn't suck.
Oh, that's good.
All right, let's go in. We're dialing.
Has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Everything.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, I was calling about you had a lot for sale a little bit ago here in Provo. Are you still selling that, or did you sell that?
Yeah, still selling it.
Okay. And you're selling that for sale by owner, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My name's Alma. I'm with Century 21. I'm sure you've had just a ton of agents calling you trying to list it, right?
Yep.
Well, fortunately, purpose for my call, I just sold a couple other properties not far from you there, and a couple more down in like Salem and Payson and stuff like that. So I do a lot of lot and land development and sales. So I was just calling to get some info about this one. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. So what are you asking for it right now?
$395.
$395. Okay, cool. So $395. And then how big is it?
0.28 acres.
2.8. Okay. And then is it fully improved? Like, is it in a neighborhood with curb and gutter and all that?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. So you've got all everything's pulled, all your lines and electrical and water and everything's there.
Yep, fully improved.
Okay, sweet. How did you come across this property?
We've just owned it for a long time.
Have you? Good for you. That's a good turnover. So 395. And then you said it's how big a lot is it?
0.28.
28. Okay. Sorry. I did write that down over here. Okay. 0.28. You're asking 395. Okay. And then, any hits or offers on it?
Yeah, we have a couple people coming on Saturday. Come take a look at it.
Oh, good. Okay. How did you come up with the price?
Do you have a buyer, man?
I don't know.
Do you have someone that's interested in buying the lot? If not, I don't have too much time to.
No, I haven't
answer questions that
I haven't seen it. I know
irrelevant to me at the moment.
I know they sound trivial. I know it sounds trivial. Just to give you a little more background. So I've sold lots here in the area for almost 20 years. And so just kind of understanding the nature of the lot is pretty important in order to secure a buyer for it. And so the info that I have on it is pretty limited. So if you're okay answering a few more questions, that would be awesome. It may or may not,
sure,
make sense to you. But okay. So and you're just selling it. Let's see, where was that? Oh, okay. So east bench of Slate Canyon. So I'm kind of familiar with that area right there. Is it a view lot?
I think that's what it says in the listing. Yeah.
Does it? Okay. So it has views. Okay. And why not just?
So it's in a cul-de-sac.
Oh, it is in cul-de-sac. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so cul-de-sac, and then how long have you been selling it?
I think I've had it up for like 10 days.
Oh, really? Okay.
Maybe a week.
Okay. With that price point, it seems like it's priced well for the area. And you said you have a couple people coming to look at it on Saturday. I'm surprised it hasn't sold yet with the way the market is. Is there anything that you've learned that maybe preventing it from selling, or?
I mean, it's been listed on Zillow and KSL for a week. So.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, let me ask you this.
I don't know what you're trying to.
So here's where
I'm not in a hurry to sell it.
Okay, good.
I own it outright. I'm not in a hurry to sell it. I don't need the money.
Good.
I'm just not going to use the lot for what I thought I was going to use it for.
Okay.
So I'm selling it. Hence why I'm selling it for sell by owner.
Okay, perfect.
But it's like let's say it's a year from now and it doesn't sell.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll give Century 21 a call. It seems like they have some sort of automated system that's just pinging all their real estate folks.
Have you had a lot of calls from C21
for sell by owner? Here's I get probably 30.
Have you? Well, at least they're doing their freaking job.
On your do not call list. That'd be great.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, it never really makes sense. Nobody really wants to work with an agent if they can help it, right? I mean, it wouldn't make sense unless you can get a tremendous amount of value. And I'll be candid, most agents that you're going to talk to on the phones are not worth working with or listing anything with. But if there's a certain amount of value, if we can bring value to the table, if we can bring 10% and you're only paying, 3 to 1, to each agent on it, but you're making 10 additional, then that would be value, right? I mean, you'd see value in something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's really the angle that I'm coming at it from. Because I know, just as well as you do, that nobody really wants to work with an agent. If you can save commissions and make more money in your pocket, that's awesome. However, if that agent has the ability, the marketing, resources and things like that to, not sell it for $395, but maybe sell it for, $450 or something like that to the right out-of-state buyer, I mean, you'd be open to at least exploring that, right?
I mean, yeah. It's like if you want to try and if you're going to go find a buyer that's going to pay however much, 3% or whatever you guys end up charging over what our asking price is, then that's fine.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I have no problems with that. But a lot of you guys call and you're saying, hey, I can list on MLS. It's like, well,
no,
well, good for you.
Yeah, no.
It's
so
like it's not like you have a line of people wanting to buy lots.
Exactly.
You're going to get more views by putting it on the MLS and.
Yeah, and I'll be candid with you. Like
at this point in time, I'm willing to keep my margin on it. Because I'm just not in a hurry.
Yeah, and
I don't owe anything on it. It's just sitting there.
And I'll be candid with you. Like I'm in no hurry either. Here's the reality: is that if you can price a property high and get a higher offer on it, by marketing it correctly and being kind of like the MLS. It's not.
So explain to me how do you market?
Great question. So the way that I view it, the MLS is it's a good data tool, but it's actually a terrible marketing tool.
Market outside of the MLS.
Exactly. So the MLS is a terrible marketing tool. So what we do, sorry, there's a little delay, obviously. But,
right. So I'm asking how you, who is one of many people under Century 21,
right,
is going to market differently than every other person that's called me.
Yeah. Sorry. This freaking, I'm having a delay on my phone and it is annoying, but here's how we do it to answer your question. Is we market the property. We have over 850 affiliate marketing platforms. So that are better in most cases, not all the cases, but in most cases, they are better than the local MLS. To give you an idea, the MLS will give you about a little less than 10% of your views. And these other platforms are getting you your other 90% of views, literally. And so we find more clients from not the MLS than we do from the MLS here in Utah. And that's not the case with every MLS. That's just our MLS. It's the only one that really matters.
So I guess why would I go? I mean, I've had like 30 phone calls from Century 21, Century 21 Everest, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
We sell high-end homes. I've sold lots. I mean, it's the same pitch.
Blah, blah, blah.
So
yeah, exactly.
Why are you going to be different than them?
You know, I would just say that
how are you different from all these other realtors?
Experience. Yeah. And experience comes from, now granted, I've been in the business for almost 20 years, but experience doesn't come from years in the business. It comes from the amount of transactions that you've sold. So in that 20 years, it's all I've done. I've never had another job. I've never done a side job through weird up and down markets, through growth cycles and the drop, in the marketplace. I've been there and I've made money and helped my clients sell their properties. And so that's why you would choose I'm not even saying, you'd choose me. I'm just saying, because if you and I don't jive and we don't, we don't communicate well, we're probably not going to want to work together.
We
anyways,
don't jive. No, it's not like I'm going to, you guys call me, so I'm going to push back a little bit.
Totally. Yeah. So I expect you to.
I just feel like I've had more calls from Century 21 than anyone else. If you're going to list on the MLS, great. I can go find any Tom, Dick, and Harry that's going to cut me in on 75% of their commission and go do that. It's
right.
If you have a buyer, hit me up.
Right.
And let's go show this lot. If you want to make some money on it, then tell your buyer, tell them, hey, don't go look at KSL. This price is actually $30,000 more than what the KSL listing shows, so you can make some money.
Right, exactly.
Right now, I feel like it's fairly priced. And if you want to bring someone to the table, then we can talk about it. But I don't need help in listing it at the moment. A year down the road, if it hasn't sold, then I feel free to reach out. Well,
let me ask you this. I mean, obviously, there would be no need for you to list it if we couldn't provide value. With that being said, if we could figure out a way, and this may or may not make sense, it may not work, but if we could figure out a way by looking at the numbers, we could net you more money by, even after listing it, put in your pocket more than what you're asking and sell it, in the next 30, 40 days. And like I said, it may or may not make sense, but if we could do that, you'd be open to at least exploring it, right?
No, I wouldn't. That's a great sales question, though.
Yeah, because here's the thing.
No, I would not be willing to explore, but that's a really good, props to you. That's a really good question.
No, I appreciate it. And because here's the thing.
Very assumptive.
That's what it comes down to. It comes down to, yes, if you can make me more money, then we'll work together. Yes, if I can see it just like you can see it, then we'll work together. Yes, it's more value for us to be working together.
I'm at that point. Yeah, I'm at the point. If you have a buyer, hit me up.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. If we can find you multiple buyers at $30,000 more, you'd be open to exploring that, right?
If you got a buyer, hit me up. I'm not exploring anything. If you have somebody that wants a lot in Provo, that's a view lot, that's 0.28 acres, that's fully improved, give me a ring.
You're in a good spot.
I'm going to hop off the phone real quick.
Yeah, you're in a good spot and you're in a bad spot because
if you got somebody that hits you up, let me know.
Because you don't have to sell it, right? So you're kind of just relaxing on it, right? Yeah, he just hung up. Yeah.
Yo, I'm going to give you the applause, though. Relentless. Hey, and he gave you props on that, too, because it was true, and you deserved it, because I had a feeling he was going to do that because he didn't seem like he was open to listing it. But that is such a good line. That is such a good line, to at least exploring it. I mean, bro, that is,
but here's golden. The thing, like and what I was trying to say to him before he hung up on me. And here's the good thing. We had great rapport. Uh-huh. He wasn't pissed at me when we hung up. I'm going to call him back in a couple months. Hey, you remember me? Here's the thing. Like,
you're going to get that listing if it don't sell. I already know.
At some point, yeah. But here's the thing. He's not getting good exposure. I mean, he's got it on 2 websites, both of which are not good websites long-term. Like Zillow gives you incomplete information. KSL is going down as far as numbers big time and gets little to no traffic on houses anymore because you have Facebook Marketplace that kills our KSL. KSL.com is a classified ads, kind of like a Craigslist for Utah, Wyoming, these surrounding areas here. It used to just be like popular as crap. Like if you want to sell something, you put it on KSL and it's gone, right? Since Facebook has created Marketplace, now KSL has dropped drastically. And so he has it on there. He has it on KSL and he has it on, what do you say? Zillow, I guess. Yeah, Zillow. Yeah. And Zillow's not good for land because Zillow is based on views. And if you don't have good pictures and stuff like that, you're not going to get a lot of views. Like people don't want to look at dirt. So Zillow's really popular if you can get good photography on there. Right? Yeah.
Hold on. We got to go to what the guy said because he did admire you as and he hate to call yourself a salesperson, but he did admire you and you're a leader. You know what I mean? Great leadership on the call. But I mean, say what you said again. What is that what is that comeback? I mean, what is that?
I mean,
say it again.
Obviously, if we could figure out a way that by working together, we could net you more money or bring you more value by listing it and putting in your pocket the most amount of money, you'd be open to at least exploring that, right?
Yeah.
That's the general way that I say it. I think I said it slightly different there. But I got that from a friend of mine. His name was Dave Stocco.
Yeah.
And Dave Stocco, you've probably heard that name before, right?
Yeah.
So Dave Stocco, he was an agent here locally. And when he was when he was evicting somebody from one of his units that he had for sale, he was murdered by the tenant's boyfriend.
Yeah, it was sad.
And so, but Dave Stocco and I used to sit next to each other in when we were first starting out at Everest years ago. This is 15 years ago, something like that. And he and I would sit next to each other, and the line that he would use was like this logic, boom, aha line, and that's where I got this from. Is he would ask them that question. He'd say, I mean, obviously there's a certain amount of cash you got to get out of this property in order to make it worth it for you to sell, right? And they'd go, yeah. And then he'd say, if we can figure out a way that by working together we could net you that money, you'd be open to at least exploring that, right? And who would
say no to that?
Who could say no to that?
I mean, that guy said no, but
then he's like, that's a great question.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he recognized it. It's awesome.
And so Stocco taught me that, and he taught me a bunch of other stuff. But Stocco was such a dynamic human being all the way across the board. He loved people. He loved his family. He loved having a great time with his friends. He was sincere. He was integral. His intention whenever working with a client was to make sure that the best scenario worked for them. Ultimately, that love for people is what ended up getting him killed. Mm-hmm. Because what happened was he was letting these people live there for free for a few months till they got on their feet. It was this lady, and I think she was like a single mom or something. Wow. And it was this kind of apartment up in the top of one of the rental properties that he had. And he said, you can live here for X amount of time, and then after that, you need to pay me, or you need to move on, but I'm going to give you an opportunity so you're not homeless with your kid or whatever. Yeah. And so his kindness, his love ended up being, his detriment, unfortunately. And that's terrible because that's just the world we live in. But he freaking rented it out or let this lady live there and went to evict her because she wasn't fulfilling her end of the deal. And when he went into granted access to the property because she wasn't answering the door, he figured, I'm going to make sure this place isn't jacked up, right? He gave her notice and all that stuff that she knew he was coming, which unfortunately was his demise because they were expecting him. And when he opened the door, the guy came out from behind him and shot him several times and just killed him there. So, but he was the epitome of integrity and loyalty and love and compassion. And service, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out for him.
Yeah,
long term.
Well, he gave you some great lessons, man.
Oh, tons.
I mean,
and
dude,
I could go on
that.
and on
Yeah.
about lessons I learned from Stokoe. You know,
yeah, but I mean, that one alone is priceless. You know, and if again, and I go right back into the whole marketing thing. But I mean, if you guys do want to see Alma live, you know, and learn some of these skills that he teaches, you know, come to the Everest prospecting school that we do every month, or come to the Everest Elevate event next month, April 26th, 27th, and 28th.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Right.
But yeah, come by and see and watch. I mean, we're 2 out of 4 right now, 50%, which is actually not bad. But I know you can do better. It just you know it's people on the other end too. But I'm just like, damn, you did so good in the last one. I mean, dude, shout out, because that was. I mean, he even recognized that. It was like, whoa.
Well, no failures, right? Only lessons.
Yeah.
So it was a good lesson. It was good information. I'm already thinking, like, what could I have said different to cause him to say yes? I don't know. I mean, there's got to be something. I think the delay.
I do think the follow up.
The delay is hard.
I think the follow up is going to get it, because you and I both know the agents are calling like crazy.
Right.
They're
That's fine. That's
they're probably
call.
bugging him. You know what I mean? He's probably irritated.
Oh, he's totally irritated.
That's the feeling I got.
Well, and the funny thing is, like, he doesn't realize, like, you got to have a servant's heart, right? I was having a servant's heart there. His listing was the lowest of the low. It's $395,000. I mean, I could have dumped that and gone for another higher one, right? But my intention is to serve people, and I don't care if it's a $395,000 listing or a 3.5 mil. It doesn't matter. I still want to serve that person the best way possible to them. And he's like, oh, I have time and I don't need to sell it, and those types of things. But when you do sell it, you do need the most amount of money.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you can have that servant's mindset or servant's heart of, I'm going to serve this guy first, I'll count my money later. I'm not going to care if it's a 395 unit. You know, there are some things I won't do. Like, I won't do trailer homes.
Yeah.
You know, it's just outside of, not here, not in this market. They're so cheap. They're like $100,000 or less, you know.
Yeah.
So it's hard to justify putting your time into a mobile home or something here. Other markets, that makes sense, but not here.
Yeah. Utah's booming right now. Let's get back to some calls, man.
Get it.
We got like 30 minutes left. We can
get us another one, baby.
Let's do it.
Let's get a couple more, man.
Hi, this is Gary Hollister. I'm sorry I missed your call. Please leave me a message and I...
Hello.
Hi, you have reached Luann's phone. Sorry I missed you. Please.
Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence, then let them in, talk up their body, another one body, that's just how it go. I got some secrets, I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go. I can play with the...
Hi, you've reached Becky North. Please leave a message
but
after
never
the beep.
adapted, so I'm to the one if it's coming to blows. My enemies...
Leave a message.
But what do you know? I had them
Will do.
We ever spoke. I'm ready for smoke. I need to know everything.
Hello. You reached John Anderson. Please leave me a message and I'll give you a...
Act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse. I'm ready.
That's a
for
common
war.
name,
Coming
John
from
Anderson.
Turn to a ghost. I need to know everything. Now they ain't go harder than me. They need a blade.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, I was calling about, you had a property for sale here in Lehigh a little bit ago. Did you ever end up selling that?
We did.
Did you? Okay. Just checking. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
So Ashley has a question.
Yes.
Ashley said, do you ever leave a voicemail or do you always skip and on to the next?
Great question. So yes, I'm leaving a voicemail every single time. So whenever there's a voicemail, I push a button that says voicemail. I can either like record the call, redial the call, push a voicemail. So I push this button that says voicemail. It has a pre-recorded voicemail on it with my voice. And so it leaves a message for them. So yeah, great question. So if you have the right calling system, I always recommend the Red X. I think it is far superior to everything that I've seen. They have great leads and they have a great dialer and they're integrated. So when you pull up your leads, your dialer is already integrated. And what I mean by integrated is the leads are already in the dialer ready for you to go. Whereas with other lead sources, you have to download the leads in a file on your computer. Then you have to upload them into a dialer. And sometimes that gets annoying just to do the extra steps. I mean, it's bad enough just to bring yourself to make a call. But if you have to do all these steps before you make the call. So for me, it's tough because I'm like, I always get nervous before I make calls. And so I always, like the fewer amount of steps I have to make to get on the phone, the better for me. Cause I'll find reasons not to, like I'll dink around on Facebook or Instagram, or I'll eat something or go to the bathroom, or just all the different things that you make up
to distract yourself.
Yeah. So yeah, we do leave messages. Sorry. That was kind of a really long.
You're good, bro.
Let's see. Oh, she said she did sell, right? Okay. I'm going to change that disposition and then resume. And you can run the system on your cell phone too, which is cool.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system 80.
So if you're on vacation or something, you didn't reach your goals, you can just sit on the beach and make calls. Or use your iPad like this. It sounds so glorious to sit on the beach and work.
I'm currently unable to take your call.
I've worked next to a swimming pool, but I've never actually worked on the beach. I need to do that.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system 8018.
Hi, this is Clint. Leave me a message and I'll call you right back. Thanks.
And I always get the question, don't you ask to see if you can earn them as a buyer? Yeah, we do. I do when I'm doing it alone.
Hello?
Hi. Hey, I was calling about, you had a property for sale a little bit ago here in Pleasant Grove. Did you ever end up selling that? Oh, he hung up. I don't know if he didn't. Sometimes that delay, I think. I'm just going to put that as no answer and move on.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Yeah, if I'm making calls like this, like I'm just trying to get through them pretty quick, so I don't go into the buyer questions and stuff like that.
30630.
Hey, this is Paul. Leave me a voicemail and I'll call you back.
Hi, thanks for calling. I'm not able to take your call right now, but if you leave your name.
So we are getting into probably like month-old stuff. But
Hi, this is Chip Fowler. Please leave me a message and I'll call you back.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system 8.
Ryan Corbin.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press.
I think I had wasn't on these. I thought I had an appointment with him at one point.
Hi, this is Tom Coburn. Also the phone number for the Beatles tribute group Imagine.
Beatles tribute group. Whoa. Imagine. That's a cool Beatles tribute group.
Oh, yeah.
Please leave your message for 702.
I think that's what he said. Imagine.
Yeah.
Something like that. But isn't that John
Lennon?
Please leave your message for Ophelia.
I just decline. If they're calling me back, I'll just decline them and hit them back later.
I need to know everything. Who and the what and the where. I need everything.
Hi, it's Sam.
Hi. Hey, I was calling about you had this property for sale over here on Salmon Drive in South Jordan. Are you still selling that?
Not in the way you think. No.
Okay.
So,
are you selling it for sale by owner, or what's your scenario on that?
well, kind of, yes. It's also sight unseen.
Okay.
So, if somebody wants it for 1.25, they can have it. All I can say it's in pristine condition, and it's worth about 9. So,
Is it? Okay. So it's worth 9. What makes you think it's worth 9 versus 1.2?
900,000 versus 1.25 mil.
Okay.
So some idiot come in from California wants to pay me 300,000 more than it's worth. I'll turn the keys over.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Well,
and that's as far as I'm going to go.
That makes sense.
No, seriously. I mean,
yeah.
You think that's laughable, and it kind of is. Except I sold my last home that way.
Well, that's what I just closed on one. I'm a local agent. My name's Alma. I just closed on one in Riverton that was like that. They thought it was worth 700. We got them 9. Oh, 745, and we got them 9.
Yeah.
So it is. I mean, it's happening constantly.
Well, I could tell you mine. Right, exactly. So anyway, I could tell you that mine, like I said, it's in pristine condition. Zilla's got it listed a little over 9. So it's probably worth somewhere between 850 and 9. I don't know. But,
okay. Is it listed with an agent?
Again, somebody. Nope.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Nope, not at all.
Okay. So if you could get 1.25, you'd sell it.
Exchange for. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Keys exchanged for 1.25. Got it.
Exactly.
Sounds good. And
I might even vacate.
Why are you? Yeah. Instead
I'm
of.
kidding.
Why are you selling it? You're obviously in a good area. Why not just stay there for a while?
Yeah, I mean, we're in a great area, but we are building a retirement property on a piece of land in Mississippi that we like, and so we're both pretty close to retirement.
Good for you. That's awesome. Okay.
There you go.
Well, let me ask you, I've sold a couple other properties not far from you there. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about it?
Real quick, I'm actually in a meeting right now, but
okay.
So if you got a couple quick ones, I'll give it to you. If
yeah,
not,
I mean, either that or
talk another time.
Well, either that, I can ask a couple quick, or I can just call you back another time. I don't want to mess up your schedule here, but
well, go ahead, real quick.
Okay, so how many bedrooms does it have?
It's got let's see, 4 completed bedrooms. Yeah.
Okay. How is the basement finished?
About half.
Okay, about 50%. Okay, and then how big's your lot?
Lot. Actually, it's not very big. I think it's a little under a quarter.
Okay, like 2, 3, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, how many bathrooms?
Daybreak lots, aren't they?
Okay.
3 full baths.
3 full baths.
Actually, and they're all pretty nice bathrooms.
Oh, good.
When we had them built, we had them patterned after the master.
Okay, and then what's your total square footage?
44.
40. Okay, 44. Okay.
I think it's 4260 or something like that.
That's it. Anyway. Okay. I'll just look it up online. Okay, cool. And then is it a 2-story, I presume, right?
No.
Is it Rambler?
Rambler.
Oh, good. Okay.
Well, I mean, there's a basement, right? But,
right. Yeah, Rambler with the basement. Okay. Yeah, there's just a ton. Like 90% of the houses I've sold in that area are 2 stories. So, ironically.
Yeah. Well, I have bad knees, so that wasn't going to fly.
Good. Okay. Cool. And then, so you're asking 1.25, and then, okay, cool. I think that's about it. Let me ask you this: if you could sell it, if we could sell it by listing it and net you what you need to on it after commissions and all that, you'd be open to exploring that, right?
No, I don't want the whole staging walkthrough. See, the whole problem with the real estate selling process, and I know there's no way around this, is you get real estate tourism, and we have no interest in that whatsoever.
Yeah. So the way that I usually avoid that, because you're not the only one who feels that way. I feel that way too. And when I was selling my last house, I felt that constantly. The way we kind of get around that, there's two ways we do it. One is that we do a really good, high quality, 3-dimensional walkthrough tour so that people can see and feel, really get a view for it. I mean, this tour is so dynamic that you can actually measure for furniture electronically on the app. And then the other way we do that is when people do want to see it and go, hey, I love this house. I've looked at it online. I did the virtual walkthrough. We want to come see it in person. We say, okay, we're showing it one day this week on Thursday or Saturday or whatever it is for you, whatever works for you.
That's just not going to happen. So,
okay. So you don't want to show the house at all.
Yeah. I mean, if it comes down to it and somebody's, got a signed check and they need a yay, nay walkthrough, then yeah. I mean, that's exactly what happened in our last one.
Yeah. Well, that's what I just sold in Pleasant Grove. Just same thing. Yeah. We had one.
So, I mean, that's what I'm open to.
Okay. So I think really then the trick or the fix for this would be exactly the technology I was telling you about. Because what that does, I mean, this one I just sold in Pleasant Grove, the buyer did not walk through it until the day he was signing on it. And we didn't have to have, a whole home tour of people walking through the house that weren't qualified.
I'll tell you what, now I'm already being rude to my guy here. And he's one of my top engineers, so I have to be nice to him.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I'm trying to make you laugh. Not that you're definitely one of the top engineers. Just I have to be nice to you. I'm not nice. Well, anyway, hey, so I mean, call me back, later today, maybe, and I could talk more in depth about that. I mean, that's a possibility.
Yeah, it might be a good fix for what you're trying to do.
All righty.
Yeah, well, let's do that. I mean, if you're at least open to meeting, I'll be right over by you next Wednesday on the 30th. Do you care if I pop in and take a look at it?
No.
So no, you don't care, or no, you don't want to.
We'll talk.
Okay, cool. I'll call you back.
No, I want to talk to you further.
Perfect. I'll call you. Okay, my name's Alma. I'll call you back.
Bye, Alma.
Okay, you got it. Bye. Okay, that was good. That was a good win.
Yeah, it was good.
It was kind of a compromise.
You got another appointment, which is good.
Yeah, it's kind of more of like I think that's the thing, guys. Is it there's always a fix for somebody's issue, right? His concern was he doesn't want people in his house constantly that aren't qualified. The 1.2 versus the 900,000. Honestly, that's negligible based on our marketplace right now. It could a $200,000 adjustment is not abnormal.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just literally in the last probably 90 days, there's been 3 or 4 like that. They were $200,000 off when they were listing it for sale by owner.
Wow.
Now he kind of knows that. I think he's probably had a good agent in there who was like, it's worth 900.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's his actual problem. What I think he's trying to do, he's selling it for 1.2. If somebody's willing to pay that, then he'll have them walk through his property.
Yeah.
It might be a privacy issue for him.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the feeling of people walking through his home.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he needs to sell the property in order to build his dream house in, what do you say, Mississippi?
Yeah, and I did a piss poor job of building on that. But I was low on time. I knew he was sitting there with somebody in an appointment, or in a meeting with an engineer. But I did a piss poor job on that call of saying, I could have said, well, tell me a little bit more where you're going. Why do you want to do that? Yeah. And I'll do that later. So when he has a little more time, he's not sitting there with somebody else, we can go over that. But I'm glad he asked me to call him back. That was pretty good. So I'm going to put that down as an appointment. It's just be a phone appointment. But the point of that phone appointment is to go meet with him in the house and get that familiarity happening and that trust, build that relationship of trust,
Well, we got 10 minutes left. Is there anybody watching who hasn't but wants to spin the wheel? If so, comment in the comment section and we will give you a shot. We got about 10 minutes left. So while you're setting that appointment up, Alma. We just want to remind you guys, if you guys want to see Alma in person, do this live in front of a live audience of 200 plus people. Come to our event, April 26th, 7th, and 28th for the Everest Elevate event. And this 3-day event, we're focusing on skills, mindset, and discipline. And for all you guys looking to get some coaching, we offer amazing coaching from extremely qualified and amazing coaches like Alma.
Yeah, these are all top producers. I mean, you're not getting coached by people who haven't sold real estate in 30 years. You know, you're getting coached by, or when they did sell real estate, they sold 4 homes. You know, and 2 of them were their own properties. You know, like those are legit. Those are actual legit numbers of some of the coaches that are in our industry. Yeah. And kudos to them. They've built great businesses. The reality is that I want to learn from people that are doing what I want to do.
Yep.
Not, oh, I learned how to do what you're doing, but I'm not doing it. Because there's a few things that these people don't know. They don't know how hard it is to get on the phone. They don't know the butterflies in your stomach that are constantly just creeping in and trying to creep into your brain and make you do something else for the day. They don't know those things. They haven't done them.
Yeah.
How could they know? How could they possibly know what it feels like to be like, you know, having a bad day and crap going wrong? I mean, I'm in here doing this right now. I just got a call from this dude on my truck, on my Ford F-150. $13,000 bill that they want to charge me on my truck to repair the motor. They said the motor was blown. 13 grand for a replacement on my motor. Now it's a high performance motor, but it's that was shocking to me. The truck's only got 65,000 miles on it. I'm like shocked. So even if stuff's going on in your mind,
it's a Ford. What are you thinking, bro?
It's a Ford. I know. I should have bought a freaking Chevy, dude. What was I thinking?
It's not shocking at all.
Not shocking. Found on road dead. Fix or repair daily. Ford. No, but you know, even when stuff goes, I'll be candid. That actually is not my own. That's not my truck. That's my wife's truck. Just my choice was Chevy. She chose the Ford. It broke down. All right. Well, let's just. But no. But seriously, when you're looking at, hey, what's going on in my life versus what do I need to do in my business? This is always the first thing to go. Prospecting is always the first thing that you kick to the curb. What's funny is that 90% of your problems financially and sometimes emotionally and mentally will go away with prospecting. And what I mean by that is financially, they'll go away because you're making money by setting appointments and attending appointments. Emotionally, because now you're getting out of your head and you're talking to people and you're coming to them with, how can I serve you? How can I help your life? How can I make it better for you? How can I put another couple $100,000 in your bank account?
Yeah.
So you go to with a servant's heart, and then now your entire day is switched. I mean, how awesome is it that if you can go into a day feeling like crap, dude, I got a $13,000 bill, but I get to go serve some people today. So I'm going to make those calls.
Yep.
I'm going to connect with people, get my brain where I need it. Okay.
Yep.
What you got?
Well, you got 7 minutes, and 7 minutes. And Daniel, I'm sorry, you're not getting a chance to spin the wheel. Daniel's actually here in studio. He's actually the one who spins the wheel. So,
are we not spinning it one more time?
No, but we have 7 minutes, so I think we try to get another appointment.
Okay, let's do it.
Just before we go,
real quick, I need to write down the rest of his info. Any questions? Does anybody have any questions? It's online or otherwise that we can answer while I'm writing this in here real quick.
All right, let's get started when you are ready.
Yeah, if you guys have questions, write them down there. Just while I'm just putting in some info here. Okay, cool. Okay, I think I got everything I need to look that one back up.
All right.
Okay, got one more piece of paper. Let's put another appointment on it, baby.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
I need to know everything. Who in the
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Saying, but I like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse. I'm ready for war. I'm coming for throats to turn to a ghost. I need to know everything. Now they ain't go harder than me. They need a blade in a sheath, a shank in a piece, a crate full of heat, an army, a fleet, a tank and a jeep, a navy at sea, where they submarine, an ace up their sleeve.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 8016512.
I gotta look over all of my publishing statements for Q1 as soon as the song's done. I gotta call
You've
him.
reached Brock's voicemail. Please leave your name and number.
I gotta read all my trade publications and sit my teeth.
Hi, you have reached Angie Greenberg with Basin Recreation. I'm unable to take your phone call.
Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but I like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse. I'm ready for war. I'm coming for throats to turn to a ghost. I need to know everything. I need to know everything. Who and the what and the where. I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but I like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse. I'm ready for war.
Sorry, the person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up.
Set that up.
The dialer's taking some time, huh?
Being connected. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic
I'm going to leave a
voice message
manual
system.
voicemail. Here's what my voicemails say, guys.
168-6117 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, hey, I was calling about you had a home for sale.
You did not get your message, either because you were not speaking or because of a bad connection. To disconnect, press 1. To record your message, press 2. Goodbye.
Oh, no. Oh, I should have pushed.
You pressed 1.
That's all good. I'll just put no answer on that one. It wasn't responding, and then I pushed the wrong button. All right. Resume, baby.
Please leave your message for 3852.
Come on. We got 3 minutes. We did it in 12 on the first call. Actually, we answered in like 2 minutes and then finished it up by 12.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
It's good to hear the agents are calling.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah. Like I've had so many agents calling me. Good. Keep on it, folks. Like the competition local here. Keeps me fresh and on it. These are a little bit older leads.
Thanks for calling. Leave a voicemail.
Like this one was September.
Thanks.
So we're back in like September leads, which is
Call
fine.
has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
When you get somebody to answer that hasn't sold and they were selling back in September and they kicked all of the other agents to the curb, you're now the one, which is cool.
Hi, this is Manny.
Hi. Hey, I was calling about you had a home for sale a little bit ago here on Elizabeth Street. Do you
Oh, we sold that like months ago.
Oh, okay. I was just checking. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. We got 1 minute. 1 minute.
One minute left.
1 minute.
Let's
go.
Left.
1 minute left, then we'll call for
Box belonging to 013693.
I really want one more. I have one more sheet of paper.
Hi, this is Adam Chacon. I'm sorry I couldn't answer your call at this moment.
you could please leave your name.
10 seconds left, Alma.
Hey, leave me a message and I'll call you back as soon as I can.
9,
No, we're good. It's
7,
2.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2. It's now 2 o'clock. Is that Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune? Or
I think that's Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, that's Price is Right.
Oh,
is it Price is Right?
Price.
I think it's
You're
Price is Right.
It is.
Yeah. Copyright. All right.
So we got 3 appointments today, which is good. That was great.
Not bad.
One's on the phone, 2 are in person. I would say that some of those were like uniquely difficult. What would you say?
I mean,
the first one was pretty easy.
Yeah, I liked him. You know, my favorite was the guy who was a little hostile because he's been bombarded with phone calls this morning from agents for the lot. Yeah. And how you kept him on the phone. He could have hung up any time during that call. And he stayed on the phone. So
because I wasn't being an a-hole back.
Yeah,
that's the thing. When people, here's the thing. Here's the mindset. You ready, guys? This is freaking platinum. If somebody picks up the phone and they're being an a-hole to you, they are in a tremendous amount of pain on some level. So remember that. Like, that's why, even though he's like, I don't have to sell the house, I don't need it. Dude, there's something else in his life that's bugging him. It might be the fact he might be having pain because he's tired of agents calling him constantly. Yeah. He might be having pain because he and his wife are at odds with each other. He might be having pain because something happened in his family recently or somebody passed away. He might be. So people aren't inherently a-holes. Like, they're just acting like a-holes. Yeah. Somebody's not always just going to be an a-hole, but they might be acting like an a-hole because they've had something happen in their life. So just be cognitive of that and be compassionate on them for like in that process, because life's tough, man.
Yeah, you never know what people are going through. And George says it a lot. He says, what do you say? Treat somebody
treat somebody like they're going through the worst time in their life, and most of the time you'll be right.
Yeah.
So like 90, I would say easy, 90% of the people that you come across are either going into, currently in, or coming out of one of the hardest challenges of their life at any given time. So be compassionate on people.
Yeah, and that will help you stay consistent too, so you don't take things so seriously on the phone.
Yeah,
when they hang up on you, or they're mad at you, or they complain to you or call you names. As long as you're compassionate and empathetic.
Yeah, I just don't get hurt over it anymore.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Alma.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Are past our time. I know you got to go, and these chairs are not the best for 2 hours, man. So I'm telling you,
keeps us motivated.
Got to get some pillows. Yeah. But shout out to everybody who watched today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you again next week. I mean, hopefully Thursday. If not Thursday, Friday's a good day.
Probably Thursday. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Sometimes stuff happens. We got to adjust it to Friday or whatever. But hey, keep you on your toes. Just keep watching. Jump on the Everest Coaching site. Jump on my Facebook and Insta. It's at Alma Merrill. And let's keep in touch, people. And feel free to hit me up with questions or whatever. I love it when I get questions. And sometimes I can respond to them, most of them. Sometimes I can't. But sometimes late at night, I'm right before bed, and I'm like, I'm going to answer some questions, and I'll pop on. And I'm here for you.
Shout out to everybody who came in from our. Oh, there's Glenna. Glenna, hey, how you doing? We remember you from last time.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
On again.
And thank you everybody who came in over from the Real Estate Mastermind group. That was pretty cool. We got to make sure to stay active in there.
Yeah.
Get some new people in there to add value and help them with their skills. So again, thank you, Alma, so much for being here. And thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you again next time.
See you guys next time.
Yep.